Hello, good morning or good afternoon. My name is Mary Otto. I'm a gold qualified agent with Archer and Evolution Travel. Today I'm coming at you with a training on how to utilize Canva for posts and mock bookings. I've had different agents having questions on how to get photos in there and download them and whatnot. So I want to go over just kind of a basic Canva training today. It shouldn't last more than like 20 or so minutes. I'm not sure how long it will take, but I'm glad you're here and hopefully this will help you guys out. So you want to get started by going to canva.com. If you just type in canva.com, for me, I'm already logged in, signed in, and all of that. So yeah, so here we are in my Canva back office. I have the pro version, which means you pay monthly, but you are able to definitely utilize it with the free version. So you don't have to pay anything. There just are select things you can use if you aren't paying for the monthly subscription. So there's different things I like to use it for with the monthly subscription. I have a website with Canva and all of that. So that is why I pay the monthly subscription, but it's just a really useful, amazing tool. So I think it's definitely worth paying for, but you certainly don't have to. All right. So once you're logged in here and you see all of this, the main thing that I do with Canva is use it for mock bookings and posts on Facebook. So often you can search anything here, but if you want to search Facebook post so that your template is the correct size. Let's just search Facebook posts. All right, and then I'm just gonna press that. And then you can create a blank one. All right, and here's kind of where everything happens. There's a lot of stuff you can do with your posts. There's actually photos in here already. So if you go to the photos section down here on your left, you can utilize any of these photos. Often if you search something like a certain destination that you're looking for photos from, or just a type of photo like travel booking, it's going to bring up stuff that kind of looks like someone's booking travel. Let's look up the Bahamas. And you can tell that like some of these photos that are coming up, they definitely were taken in the Bahamas. So it's super neat. Yeah. So you can use the photos in here unless they have this pro and you don't have that version. I can use any of these because like I said, I'm paying for that for the pro version of Canva. But the main thing I wanted to show you guys is I know a lot of you have trouble with getting photos inside of Canva and knowing how to do all of that. It does depend on what device you're on as to how stuff works. So bear with me. I'll try to explain a couple different ways this could work for you. But let's go ahead and go over to Vax. So let's pretend we're working on a mock booking and let's see how we can get photos from Vax into here. All right, so if you sign into your Vax Vacation Access, I came to the FunJet Vacations tab. So in Vax, let's do a search. I'm going to do a search I've done before just so that it's familiar to me. We've got a flight and a hotel departing from, let's do Nashville. It's the closest to me. And going to Cancun. All right, I'm just going to do a pretend mock booking for one I've done before. There we go, to adults, departing date. Let's make it January 17th to the 24th, 7 nights, add the travel protection. Let's search. All right, so you guys can put whatever search in there you wanted to, but that's just the one I chose for today. And often I come in here and look for deals, and then that's the search I do for a mock booking, but under deals and promos and stuff like that, you can search for something that's a good deal, but I try to make it revolve around my niche too. And so sometimes I'll just sit there and kind of search for a good deal myself. It's being a little slow. There we go. All right, and everyone likes to do it different ways. I'm just going to leave this because it just doesn't, like, I don't like Spirit Airlines, but I'm going to leave it at the lowest it found just so that just for this example, because it doesn't matter too much. So there were the flights. We could always change those if we want to. Here's the different hotels. I'm going to search for the one that I know I booked before for someone that I really like in Cancun. All right, I'm just going to search Haven. It's this one. Haven Riviera. And as you can see, it added some money on. This is a 5-star hotel, like resort, and it's all inclusive. It's very nice, but I'm going to go ahead and select that one. Okay. All right, now it's giving me the options to reselect flights. I'm just going to go through and select the ones that are there. Just because I'm not going to be specific for this mock booking. Because you can always give customers, like when you're doing a mock booking, give them a starting out price, like give the cheapest of the cheap almost. And then when they want to upgrade to a better airlines or to more baggage and stuff, that can be included later. It's up to you how you want to do it though, but that's what I would suggest. I always like to include the travel protection because I'm always going to recommend it to people. I mean, that's not too bad to pay 104 if the trip is far out and stuff like that. But of course, it's always up to them. All right. At the hotel section. So let's click on the hotel so we can look at it. Now, this is where sometimes you'll copy and get photos out of here. I personally, I'm going to be honest, I don't like to use these because they're often quite blurry for me. Sometimes they're not bad. But if you would just like double click on here, copy image, or save image as is actually what you need to do. So once I save the image as, and let me go ahead and type in Haven so I know what it is, and then I'll press save. It's going to go right up here to a little arrow. For some of you, depending on what you're on, the downloads will go somewhere else. You'll just have to figure out where they are. Sometimes they're down on your toolbar down here. But mine has been updated to where they go up here now. So just keep an eye on it. As soon as you press save, where do you see kind of your screen light up, or where do you see it go? If you're, I feel like some of you have been having an issue with that. So just keep an eye on that. But what I was going to say, what I like to do personally is look this up. So Haven Riviera, Cancun Resort and Spa, all inclusive. I'm just going to actually copy that. And I'm going to go up here to a new tab and I'm going to paste that in. And look at this. It's coming up right here. It's in Quintana Roo, Mexico. And I know this is the correct one. You want to make sure it looks similar. So then I'll go to their website here. And often you'll find a really nice gallery of like updated photos, because I know when I had booked this the one time, the photos in Vax actually weren't updated to how nice it was. Like it had been redone when I sent my clients, and they said it was way nicer than they expected. It was really nice. And then I went and looked on here, and it's obviously like a really nice resort. If you go over here on the right, here's the gallery. And so if you make sure you're on the Haven Resorts and Spas, like you can tell this is the exact same place. But what I do is click on the photos like here, and then just save them from here, like save image. And I'm just going to put Haven Resort. You might want to put like a number 1 and number 2 so that they all save differently, because they won't save if they're named the same thing. But see, now it's going to go right back up here again. Now let's compare those two photos. I don't know if they were the same thing, but let's see if they look any less clear. If they don't, no big deal. Sometimes it just seems like it does different things. But let's go back to Canva. All right. Whoops, we don't want to be there. Let's go to this blank one here. And if you want to put in a template, you'll go up here to design. So often I like to do a collage of photos. So if you want to search a template, you can, or you can just scroll through and usually you'll find something that's a collage. I like to use one like this or one like this, where you could put a bunch in there and you just kind of pull it over here, drop it in. Okay, it's not too complicated. Just pull it over, let it drop in. And then up here is where my downloads were. So what you can do with Canva is click on this and you see all the downloads. I'm going to drag my most recent 2 downloads over to this section and they'll just come in. They'll just go in when you drag, drop. All right. Okay, so those were two different photos. Let's see. This one I think I saved from the actual Vax site, and it actually does not look bad, but it's not super clear once it's in there. Let's see that one, and then let's try this one. I personally think that looks a little blurry, but it's not bad. All right, and I know I have some other photos that are the same resort. So let's just say we have that top view. I made a post not long ago with this. That's why I have all of these. I'm gonna have to scroll down a little ways, but y'all get the idea. You can save a few, and as many as you want, bring them in here, and you can bring in any photo. It doesn't have to be You don't have to do a collage. Like if you went to Google and you search the resort that you know you're wanting to do a mock booking for or to post about, just drop one photo in here and you can put one in this whole thing. It doesn't have to be a collage. You could have left it blank how I had it and dropped any photo in. So you see, and then you could be like, Cancun, and then you could put like the dates in, or you could put something else under there if you want, or you can just leave it like that. I often, when I'm doing mock bookings, don't tell people the exact name of the resort they would be staying in, just because they could go book it themselves. You found them this awesome, stay and all of that work. And so until after they book it, I don't generally tell them all of the details. That's up to you on that, I guess. But most people, I think, choose the route of not really telling people. It kind of depends on what you're doing a mock booking for, but yeah. So anyway, you could drop other photos in. I know I have some more that are from that particular resort. So I might go ahead and finish this. Well, but you know what? I don't really actually want to post this on my page, but I'm going to go through the process of showing you guys how to finish the download. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and just download it like it is. That looks like it could be somewhere down there, but it's not really a Cancun photo. Let's put that one in there instead. Okay. All right, so you can modify this in so many ways, you guys. You can change the color of the background there. Go up here to this little background. You kind of have to click on the sections. So if you want to update, like if you want to take this picture out, you would delete it there. But if you click in the background, this is where you can update that color. You can make it whatever you want. Anyway, all of that. Okay, so what you're going to want to do now is click share up in the top right. You should have the option to share this. You can always name it what you want for your files, if you want to be able to find it later. But often they have these in your recents too in here so that you could re-download if you needed to, but you can rename it right here and then press share. All right, so here's the section where some of you might have been getting confused as well, and maybe your computer, laptop, phone just wasn't set up correctly, or something's just off in the settings. But I want to show you guys just the general way that I always do this. Yeah, some of this stuff might need to be set to the correct setting. This is to where you could share it with someone, like by copying the link, they could have access to this template. But mine is set to only you can access, so I'd have to change the setting on that if I wanted to actually share this template. All right, so here's what I usually click, download. It's this top one right here. So all you need to do is share and then download. And then I just click download again. You can change this file type, but PNG is really good for clear images and stuff. So I'm going to click download. And you have to wait on it. If the download doesn't go up to here, you can click here and it'll do it again. Sometimes that's an issue. So if any of you guys are running into like just not finding it in your downloads, go ahead and click here and try again. But mine came up here. I watched it come up here. So it says Cancun PNG here. All right, so from there, it can stay in your downloads. All you need to do is switch to your other tab, go to your Facebook or wherever you're wanting to upload it to post it. All right, so I'm going to go to my profile and pretend I'm posting it there. I'm not, but all right. And then you're going to go up here to this little arrow or wherever your download is and just drag it into the post. It's pretty straightforward. Just drag in. All right, and then you can write whatever you want. If it's a mock booking, you can be ready to spend your winter in warm Cancun. And then you can, put the dates, the what's included. So the price per person. So you could go January 7th to 18th. I don't know. It was 7 days. That's not correct, but I'm just giving an example for you guys. Starting at 1,600. I don't know what the total was. 1,600 per person. Includes round trip flights, 5-star all inclusive resort, full travel protection. You know, you guys get the idea. So you can add all of the stuff it includes. You can make it prettier than this, and maybe put a little more up here in the description. But you guys get the idea, but that's how you drag it into here. And like I was going to say, you can do that. Like you can also in Canva, let me go back. So I'm not posting that, but you guys get the idea. It's still keeping it there. Just going to delete it. Make sure it doesn't post sometime when I'm not thinking about what I'm doing. It's cool that it keeps it there though, because if you accidentally click off, it's still there, you know? All right. So what you're going to want to do is go back to Canva here, and I'll show you guys something else. If you have photos that you have actually taken on your phone and you're wanting to post those, but you're wanting to do something with them, make a collage or schedule them out of Canva, what you can do is go to the uploads tab in here. So here I have my blank slate again, my blank Facebook post. You can go down here to uploads and click upload files right up here at the top. All right. And from there, you can search it if you know the name, but often you can just click on your photos if your photos are connected to your computer. And then here I have all my photos from my regular phone that I could upload. So that's super cool. Let's just click on one. So I'm going to open that one in here and it comes right in. All right. And then if I want to post that, I'll just drag, drop. Whoops. You have to do it just right sometimes for it to actually fill the whole thing. There we go. So there it is. And then I would just share, download just the same exact way. But that's what's cool is you could create, like often I want to create a collage of photos, and there's sometimes a way you can do that directly onto a Facebook story from your phone, but you can't even do it on my computer just the way it works. So I have to do it in here. So that's a way you can upload any photos you need to from your phone. So that's one other cool thing you can do with Canva. There is so much you can do with this, guys. I'm sure there's more trainings on that, but this is the general way it works. Ask me if you have more questions. You guys can add text to your photos. You have to play around with it a little bit because it does just take some practice to learn all the different things. I mean, you can have videos in here. You can even do videos when you don't have Canva Pro, unless it has this little thing on it, but like all of these you could be using. So it's really cool. You know, I created my website in here. There's so much elements like you can add into like this. Well, you can just put other photos into here as well, but you could put a shape in, and that way, you know, your photo has something behind it. So like if you want it to have some color, you can do that, but then you can click up here and layer and bring forward. So then it's on top of there. Does that make sense? So you can do so much, but you can also, what I often utilize is just templates so that I don't have to do all of this work. If you go to design and I can search like travel templates. All right, and see what comes up. Like if you're wanting to have kind of some cool design and or lettering in there and you want to just switch it out for your own, super easy. There's that one that I had used, but let's just make a new thing. It's time to travel, book now. Like you could put a deal in here or, you know, anything, because you can just edit this lettering. Like you can just, so I could put in my brand name, you know. I'd want to size this down a lot, it looks like, but you get the idea. You can actually size it by doing that too. And you can fix so many things. You can fix spacing, all of that stuff. So like, right here, there's so much space in between these, and I might not even know how to do it. I'll have to see effects, animate. I know there's a spot for spacing. Don't laugh, guys. I'm not sure what I'm doing here, but I know there's, oh, here it is, spacing. Yeah, so line spacing. That way they're closer together like that. Letter spacing, you can put letters far apart or closer. So it's super cool. All the things you can do, it's insane. Like I don't even probably know half of the things to do with Canva, but I have learned a lot just by playing around. You can always go back to your home right here, and on your front page, it'll bring up what you just recently creating. So it has my recent Cancun here. So that's handy if you like can't figure out the download or something, you want to come back and try again, it's right there. You can keep working on it. Yeah, it has all of my recent stuff in here. So super cool. I hope that was helpful, you guys. Let me know if you have more questions. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great afternoon. We'll talk to y'all later.